transformations.
Welcome back. Sean Quinn is filling in for Alan Rose right now, and we have some warmer weather on the way.
It looks like, yeah, for sure. As we head toward the weekend, it looks like right now that marine layer is set to poised to roll back in again, even though it looks really beautiful right there. A clear shot of the Santa Barbara Harbor looking off toward the Oxnard Plain. You can see it's very hazy as you head farther south, and that's definitely indicative of that marine layer lingering out there. Current temperatures, 68 in Lompoc. Not that warm, though. If you look at Paso Robles, they're getting a steady little wind there, and that's keeping things on the mild side. They only got into the 80s today, which is pretty low for them. Cuyama a little bit warmer there at 88 degrees. Fraser Park 80, and then down in Oxnard 72 degrees. Just a really quiet, mild day out there. That little sliver of coastline known as the Central Coast is getting the brunt of any activity right now in the form of ocean influence, the marine layer, if you will. Other areas around Oxnard, though, getting a little wind down there as well, so that means that there is definitely that onshore push. In fact, you can see that with our fog tracker. It took a little while to get the fog to push in, it looks like overnight tonight, and even there, possibly a little bit of drizzle, so very early Friday a.m., I should say, in just about 12 hours or so. We do expect to see the marine layer firmly entrenched across the Central Coast, but a little more absent as you head farther south. It looks like down around the Oxnard Plain, though, it kind of lingers throughout the day. You can see around Point Mugu, and then back up along the Central Coast, some good clearing, but just a few puffs of clouds right there. So the marine layer will likely remain in play, and then things do change as we head toward the weekend. High pressure is expected to fill in across the area, and what happens this time of year is we watch this area of high pressure on the map right about there. It meanders back and forth as it heads more toward the Midwest. We typically see the door open to the Pacific Ocean, and we get the marine layer, which is kind of where we're at now. But we are looking and expecting this area of high pressure to build and pull back toward Utah. And as it does, a couple of things. One, it will likely shut down the marine layer, push it back into the ocean, so we'll warm up. But we might also, by early next week, see some of this monsoon energy rolling into the area in the form of maybe some thunder for Ventura County, perhaps even eastern and southern areas of Santa Barbara County as we head toward early next week. Overnight temperatures, 60s, a few 50s out there, and then tomorrow back into the 60s and 70s. For the immediate coastline, a little bit better and warmer as you head farther inland. Very similar to what we saw today across the area. Just lots of fog in the morning and then giving way to some ample sunshine by the afternoon. So again, a beautiful day is expected. Surf out there, well, we've had about 2.5 weeks of waves, and it looks like now it's time to pay for that because we're expecting to see a little bit of a flat spell for the next couple of weeks at least, as there's not a whole lot of energy out there. Maybe a Mexican hurricane could break that, but otherwise that swell out there is going to be more or less just mix of some very small ground swell from the south and a little bit of northwest energy coming in the form of wind swell. There's your Santa Barbara forecast. Warming through Sunday. It looks like that'll be the warmest day before we start to back off just slowly and bring it back down to a little bit cooler conditions as we head toward about the middle of next week. But overall, a very nice forecast, right about normal once we get to next week, but for the most part, warming through the weekend, right on time. So.
I love it, and I love that your feet don't go numb when you surf anymore.
No, it's warm.
Certain months
the water's
really warm.
But I think there's stingrays out there, which is making me nervous.
You got to shuffle your feet.
Yeah.
That's right. Yeah, tap dance.
Yep. Okay. Thanks, Sean.
Thank you, Sean. We've heard of dads who videotaped the birth of their children, but one dad took that